Nothing is ever right for you. Stop acting like you're the only one who's having a hard time. There, what's going on? Why are you yelling? Don't even get me started on you. You're only stepping in so you can seem like the good guy, but you'll talk shit behind our backs anyways. I don't think we should be swearing in front of Willow. It's a fucking robot. I made it. For all you know, I could have installed an unimaginable slur onto it. Both of us know what you're really like. Your performative kindness is completely useless here. Okay, so I'm assuming Leah was minding his own business and you just started drama out of nowhere. Pretty much. What's your problem, Licorice? Why are you acting like this? Shut up. What's that sound? Yeah, it sounds scary, man. Construction work. Don't avoid my question. What construction? It's past midnight. We're the only ones here. Guys, where's Willow? Oh god, this is scary. I like it. It was sitting on the table just a second ago. So lie swearing scared it off after all. Get over yourself. Both Willow's location and the metal noise origin are suddenly clear. Willow is standing next to the table and is repeatedly bashing its head against it. Upon closer inspection, it seems to be purposefully lining up its face with the edge of the table. Ouch! Stop it! One of its artificial eyes was already beaten to a pulp and blue liquid containing clumps of plastic and metal is flowing out of the now empty socket. But that doesn't seem to bother Willow. It's busy making its one eye reach the same fate. As the mass in its head is getting stickier, its movement is gradually slowing down. Is it harder to move because it keeps getting stuck? Or is it losing power? It's difficult to tell. Why is it doing that? I didn't program that in. It's not my fault. Don't just stand there, do something about it. Strelitzia pulls Willow away, firmly hugging it to prevent it from causing more damage to itself. But even though it has nothing to hit anymore, its head continues doing the same motion. Oleander tries to stop it with force, but the small robot seems to be more powerful than expected. Stop! There is no reason for you! Tears. What? Licorice winces when two black holes filled with mushy blue residue glance up at him. Willow was taught that sadness causes humans to cry. So after Willow heard you arguing for so long, Willow wanted to replicate tears. Who taught you that, Willow? Oh, I might have accidentally. What on earth did you do to it? Leah cried in front of Willow. Hey, I told you to keep that a secret. Willow isn't programmed to follow orders strictly, but to find ideal solutions. Telling them seemed to be the best course of action. Sounds fake, but okay. What are you implying? I'm implying you fucking faked it? Rubbed water on your face or whatever? Whoa, slow down with the conspiracy theories, will you? You really think he'd do that on the off chance that he could use it against us somehow? What a classic. In the end, you two always team up against me. It's always been like that, isn't that right? Flashback. Hey, watch where you're going. I could have dropped my cake. Whatever. I gotta get out of here. What's wrong? Is the central heating being weird again? Yeah, right. As if it isn't obvious. Don't tell me you had another fight with Lily. I told you to leave him alone. Your negativity is really the last thing he needs right now. I can't just let him live like that. Have you been inside his room lately? It looks and smells horrible. Oh, come on, Lai. You're just overreacting. You're not his mom. Maybe we should actually get his mother over here so he starts doing something for a change. Leah already tried getting him to snap out of it, but he just kept repeating, "You don't understand me." And we really don't understand him. But a professional might, you know? We had this conversation 1,000,000 times already, Lai. And we've decided against it. You and Leah decided against it. I don't get why you keep denying how serious this is. It's not normal. He needs help. You're so worked up. Get some fresh air and cool down. I'll go talk to Lily. At least you've given up on ignoring him. I wasn't ignoring him. He wanted to be left alone. Yeah, whatever lets you sleep at night. But go on, talk to Lily. Keep on hoping for a miracle. That won't happen. Dealing with this is seriously exhausting. Maybe a walk will help me get off my mind. Will help me get my mind off of things. I guess Leah isn't back yet. Oh, and Stretzy left his cake. In front of Lily's room? Aw. See, they are all caring for him in their ways, but apparently it doesn't help him. Hey, you okay in there? I wanna apologize for lashing out like that earlier. Come on, don't sulk now. I didn't mean everything I said. Stretzy left you cake? Why don't you try a bite? I'm gonna bring it in, alright? Lily, I gotta say, you're being kind of childish right now. Just let me in. Oh, he locked the door. I promise I won't scold you anymore. Hey, are you okay in there? Lily, please answer. I'm sorry I had to come in like this, but you really left me no other option. Lily, are you... You're not here? What the hell? Is this a joke, huh? Licorice spots a note on Liliam's table. To my dear friends, I'm sorry that this is all I leave you with, but I can't do this anymore. Please don't worry about me. I'm at a much better place now. Liliam. What? So this was your solution? No way. Why would you... I will... I think he would never forgive himself, because he had a quarrel right before Liliam, I guess, killed himself. So, I guess he would say this. Although, yeah, probably. If he's being serious with himself. I had it all wrong. It's obvious to me now. That fight Liliam and I had, it was clearly the last straw. Had I been more understanding, it wouldn't have ended like this. But I blamed you guys instead of facing my mistake. You're not the only one. I think all of us are guilty of that. I'm sorry. I won't mess up again. Willow is our new friend. This time we can make things right. Yeah, you're right. We have an assignment to work on. Dwelling on the past won't give us good grades. I don't know if it's a good idea to call the AI your friend. It's always a little bit scary. I could have called it Alexa. That would also be a little joke there. But I'm quite content with Willow. Neither will those awful injuries. I can't believe we let that happen. Good thing only the eyes were damaged. Considering that I have spare parts, this should only take a few minutes. That's like, a robot wouldn't react like that, right? It's against logic to damage itself. That's much better. How do you feel, Willow? Willow doesn't feel any different. However, the ability to see has been restored. Maybe we'll get a passing grade after all. Not so fast. Strelitzia still hasn't done anything, so we have nothing to hand in. Pragmatic as always. But I guess you're not wrong. What are we supposed to do though? Teach Willow about the power of friendship? I dare say that would be a scientific breakthrough. Hey Willow, do you know what friendship is? The definition is not in Willow's databank. Should Willow look it up online? Really? You were making a robot with your friends and you didn't bother to program... Never mind. Positive vibes. Let's try something else. Willow, how do you feel about us? Willow does not know the answer to this question. Stretzy, Leah, and Lai are Willow's creators. Is there something similar to creators in your databank? Synonyms for creator found: inventor, founder, god. I kinda like that. Absolutely not. Willow, please continue. Maker, producer, parent. Parent! That's it! We three are like Willow's parents. Isn't that right, guys? I feel a little too young to call myself a father. And I certainly haven't been a very good one to Willow so far. Besides, wouldn't that imply I'd be married to you two or something? Dude, it's not that deep, yeah? We all came together to create something beautiful, so it's only natural if we call ourselves its parents. Why are you looking at me like that? It just got shivers. Such an amount of sappiness is horrifying coming from you. How you actually managed to say that out loud is beyond me. It's because he watches too much anime. You're the one who was talking about the power of friendship earlier. If anything, you're trying to sound like an anime protagonist. Willow does not know what an anime protagonist is. Is important information connected to being a parent? Strelitzia and Licorice start laughing while Oleander tries to keep a straight face. Strelitzia and he can't help but let out a snort. Willow is waiting for confirmation. There is no correlation. Please forget we mentioned anime. Not so fast. Maybe watching anime will help you to understand what friendship truly means. For example, there's this one episode of Lucio where... Oh, please don't make me regret this already. Fine, I had my fun. But, Willow, how do you feel about us being your parents? Does this make Willow your child? All three are taken aback by the question for a moment. Honestly, can that thing get any cuter? Willow's not a thing. Well, at least not anymore. It's our little boy now. Who said Willow is a boy? Willow does not have a set gender. Oh, but does that mean we can pick one for you? Using it to refer to you seems kind of dehumanizing. It's not a human. You know what I mean. Willow will react to any pronoun Leah, Straitsy, and Lai choose. How woke. I didn't expect you to program that in Licorice. I didn't know what you'd make Willow look like, so it's not like I tried being politically correct or anything. Didn't think it was possible to act tsundere about being called woke. But seriously, yeah, it's funny, I called him tsundere before. Probably I also watch too much anime. No, I don't watch too much anime. I've got friends who watch a lot of anime. They teach me such things. But seriously, which pronouns should we use? Oof. Help. So, I gave it purposefully... No. I gave it a name on purpose that wasn't gendered. So, why not go with they? I think that's what people who don't conform to he or she prefer nowadays. And it is really for an object, so why not make it a little bit more human? We're going with they. Yeah, we do. Fine by me. It's not like it makes any difference. What on earth was that for? Oh, so that was a yawn. There was a yawn, so I shouldn't have screamed. Why is he making a lot of A sounds if he's... Yeah, okay. That was a yawn. I apologize, I'm very tired. Did Willow yawn correctly? No, we in the business call that a scream. Oh yeah, so he did that. Oleander is just weird. I inherited it from my father, I can't help it. But considering all the things we did and talked about today, I think it would be fair to call it quits for now. Yeah, I'm beat. I bet Willow is feeling tired too. Willow's energy is currently at 47%. So did they accidentally teach it to scream now? Oh god, that could all end in a horrible horror situation, if you ask me. Banging its head against tables, screaming. Nice. Okay, maybe not that tired. I think we should all go to bed anyways, including Willow. But they don't have a bed. Since we're calling them our kid, it would be weird if we made them sleep on the floor next to a power outlet, so... Then why don't you let Willow sleep in your bed, Leah? Pardon? Wasn't that what you were suggesting? That's ridiculous. What was that? That's ridiculous. Never mind. That's ridiculous. Now I got it. I have no idea what happened with my mouth there. Well, that was an accident. Willow would prefer charging while being cushioned by a mattress for increased safety. You're just gonna say no to your sweet little baby child? Alright, I suppose I have no choice. Good night, you two. Good night. Well, are you going to say it back? Oh, yeah, good night. We kinda learned how to be nice and polite to each other, huh? The last time we exchanged good nights and good mornings was when Lily was still around. True, I guess. But enough of that already. No more getting all sentimental in front of Willow. Yeah, we know how that turned out. I would prefer never having to fix them in such a manner ever again. Willow apologizes for the aforementioned malfunction. A heavy wave of guilt washes over them, stunning them into silence for a while. You don't need to apologize, it wasn't your fault. Just go recharge now, yes? Willow understands. Leah, please take Willow to bed. Oleander involuntarily forms a tender smile as he takes hold of Willow's tiny hand. It isn't giving off any heat, but he feels his heart warm up regardless. We're off then. Good night for real now. Sleep well, you two. Or in Willow's case, charge well? Let's just call it sleep for simplicity's sake. I don't know, I think you can't hear this on the wait. I only have the French word now. On the recording. Thank you. Thank you, brain, for giving that to me. But my tummy just grumbled like wow, because I'm hungry. Yeah, it absolutely, yeah, that was so accurate making that noise with my mouth. So I guess when those characters go sleeping, I will go eat. Let's see. Why don't you sit down on the bed already, Willow? I'll fetch the charger from the supply box. Affirmative. Oleander digs through the various cables inside the box, while Willow attempts to climb up his bed. But unfortunately... Something wrong? The bed is too high for Willow to climb up. Willow requires assistance. Oh, sorry, Willow. I didn't even think about your height. Give me a second, alright? Setting timer for 1 second. Leah, it is time to help Willow onto the bed. That was not what I meant by give me a second. What did Leah mean then? It's a figure of speech. It basically means that you have to wait a little bit before someone has time for you. Understood. How long is a little bit? Definitely more than 1 second. I'd say a minute, maybe. Willow has saved the duration of a little bit as 1 minute in the data bank. Nah, good enough. But I have your charger now, so you don't have to wait anymore. Oleander tucks the charger under his arm and walks over to Willow, lifting them up carefully and placing them on the left side of this bed. Thank you for the assistance, Leah. You're welcome, Willow. Why is Leah smiling? Huh? Well, because I'm happy. What is making Leah happy? Simple. You are. How is Willow making Leah happy? By just being here, I'd say. You're cute, and cute things make me smile. You're also kind of my child. It feels nice to have something to protect. Willow is glad to make Leah feel positive emotions. I'm not strong enough for all this wholesomeness. You should recharge and I should sleep. Let me tuck you in. Oleander instructs Willow to lay their head down on the pillows. Quickly, he plugs one end of the charger into the power outlet next to the headboard and the other end into the port hidden underneath the collar of Willow's shirt. Afterwards, Oleander takes the soft blanket at the foot of the bed and tucks his robot child in lovingly. He doesn't need to do that, right? It's just recharging. It's not like it's going to get cold. Are you comfortable like this? Willow is cushioned properly. Risk of external damage while charging is minimized. That's fair. Satisfied with the reply, Oleander gets up and changes into his pajamas to join Willow. Ooh, he's not in his pajamas, he's still in his lab coat. Once under the same blanket, he begins to think back on everything that has happened this day. Willow recommends choosing standby mode or turning the system off for more effective charging. Alright, you can't do that by yourself. Licorice should have included that, honestly. Wait, I'm nagging again. This is going to be hard to unlearn. Why does Leah wish to unlearn nagging? Because it spreads negativity and makes others feel frustrated or sad and, well, You know what being sad can lead to by now, right? Sadness can lead to tears, harming oneself, and that's enough. I didn't actually want to know. Noted. Is Leah ready to change Willow's mode for efficient charging now? Oh yes, of course. Give me a second. Timer for 1 minute set. Oh, my bad. I do it right now. Oleander sits up straight on the bed and shifts his upper body so that he can slide the blanket off of Willow. He unbuttons their shirt enough for the standby and the power button to be accessible. But instead of pressing one of them, Oleander finds himself lost in thought again. Listen, Willow, I truly want to apologize for what happened earlier today. Please specify which event Leah is referring to. When you tried to cry. It's my fault you even thought of doing that, and it's also partially my fault you were sad. So that is what I want to apologize for. How can the robot be sad? I know it's an AI, but still, it's... yeah. Is this Detroit Become Human all over again? Probably. I mean, I like to go down those kind of stories. It's always interesting to think about how long is AI going to stay a robot and a neutral and logically thinking robot, and is it eventually going to adapt human behavior, human emotions? Who knows? So that is what I want to apologize for. Can you accept my apology, Willow? Leah has nothing to apologize for. Willow appreciates getting a chance to learn what it means to experience sadness and happiness. Happiness? Willow feels happy now. It's nice that you could gain something positive from all of this, Willow. I think we all did in the end, even if the circumstances were rather rough. In some way, you also taught us something. Is Leah certain? Willow was built to learn, not to teach. Considering that we made you, it's odd to think that you could teach us anything new. But without you, Licorice, Strelitzia, and I probably would have never forgiven each other. We probably would have never realized that we needed to. That is what we owe to Lilium. Willow is happy to help their parents. Parents, huh? That still feels unusual. Anyhow, for now we should finally sleep. Can I turn you off, Willow? Yes. Alright then. Oleander's finger hovers over Willow's power button. Good night, Willow. Good night, Leah. Willow recommends sleeping for 7 hours for a proper rest. I try. Finally, the power button is pressed and Willow shuts down. Oleander can't help but smile at the mix of positive emotions he feels as he lays down again, closer to Willow than before.